Financial mistakes lead to pretty predictable cycles. Do you find yourself in a situation where your financial life is kind of in a cycle? You're reliving the same thing over and over again. Well, it could possibly be because you're making one of these financial mistakes. And if you're new to the channel or you don't know who I am, my name is Mckensy Long. I have been an entrepreneur and in the financial services industry for a decade. I've taught thousands of clients and students about how money works. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button so we can go ahead and get started. Today specifically, we're talking about financial mistakes that you don't want to make. However, I'm kind of a funny guy, and I had a really hard time thinking about this particular conversation and not having that movie, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, in the back of my mind. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie, but she kind of does the exact opposite of everything that you're supposed to do if you want to date a guy. And so today, I kind of felt like I needed to do this in the exact opposite. So these are financial mistakes that you should not make. So it's kind of going to be a how to do well financially in reverse. So you can do these things if you would like to struggle with money for the rest of your life and pass that legacy on to your kids and your family. Now, obviously, I'm being facetious, but here are the 8 mistakes, the 8 financial mistakes that you do not want to make. Number 1 is going to be making sure that you spend more money than you actually make. Number 2 is never actually read any financial books or become financially literate in any way, so that way your entire life you can just be taken advantage of financially because you really don't know any better. Number 3, never save for an emergency or actually put some money away in case something was to happen. You should always be living by the seat of your pants. Number 4, postpone retirement and actually planning for it for as long as possible. Because we all know that the closer something is, the easier it is to get stuff done. When you have a lot of time to do something, it's just not nearly as enjoyable or fun when you can plan it over a long period of time. We all like that rush of the last few minutes of trying. Okay, I'm joking. I can't even go any further into that one. Number 5, don't have any type of life insurance or anything just in case something was to go wrong. You might as well just hope that everything's going to go as you plan it and everything's going to be perfect, because that's normally what happens. No, it's not. It doesn't actually work that way. Number 6, make sure that you get into as much debt as possible so you can pay as much interest to somebody else instead of actually earning it, which actually leads us to number 7. You probably shouldn't even invest. Don't let those army of dollars actually grow for you. Just keep paying them to somebody else. And number 8, don't put any kind of piece of paper in there so that people know what to do if something happens to you, like a will or a trust. You should really just leave it up to the government to figure out what to do with your estate and all of your stuff, if you have any. If you follow the rest of these rules, you probably won't have much stuff anyway, so it won't matter. But people will still need to get into your accounts and help you with stuff, and you'd probably like to leave something to somebody else. And if you want to do that, you need to have paper place to be able to do it. So just let everybody run around and guess and figure these things out for you. And as long as you follow these rules, you will struggle with money your whole life. And if you follow all of them to the T, you can pass those struggles on to your family as well. Okay, that was really hard to do as a joke. Obviously, you guys know that I'm kidding, right? So do the opposite of all of that stuff if you would like to do better financially. You do not want to make these financial mistakes. And before you leave, there's another mistake that you don't want to make, and that's forgetting to hit the like button, the subscribe, and also the bell. We've got a ton of content coming out, and it's already on the channel that will help you do better in your life, especially financially. And if you have a lot of questions as a Christian or as somebody who wants to develop and do better with money and build some wealth, but you have questions about your faith and if they can kind of work together, this channel is specifically for you. And if you want more information financially, look down below. There's a bunch of different resources that you can click on to get additional resources in your email box. And as always, I hope this was helpful for you, and I will catch you later. Bye.